Today in my garage, we're installing a brand new product from Kuryakyn. It's the rear fender cover for the Goldwing 2018 Plus. Alright guys, welcome back to this brand new episode of In My Garage. Well, as you've seen in the intro, it speaks for itself. I just received in the mail a brand new package from Kuryakyn. It's the OMNI rear fender with turn signal lights. So I'll be installing this in a few minutes. But first, I would like to thank you all for the support of the channel and the videos. I received numerous messages on Instagram and Facebook regarding the videos, and I try to answer them as quick as possible. But I also received some complaints. People are saying that I don't show all the steps and all the steps of the installation. Well, just a reminder, these videos are free and they're done on my time. It's just to show you guys some basic installation. Of course, you have to follow all the time the instruction by the manufacturer. But like I said, this is just for entertainment purposes, and if you don't like those videos, well, you know what to do. You just don't watch them. All right, so let's install this new part. As you might have seen on the previous post on the channel, I just switched the radio unit on my 2018 Canadian bike with a radio unit from the US. The reason is simple, is because I wanted to have the stock XM radio in the radio. So the Canadian one in 2018 didn't have the input for the antenna. So I switched that, and the bike was already disassembled. So for this installation, for the rear fender, of course you have to remove the rear fender. It's pretty straightforward. There's two Allen bolts that you have to remove, and then you pry off the fender. It comes off. You just unplug it, and it's quick and easy. Of course, you have to remove the seat and the two side panels, which are there. And then the new fender with lights goes on top of the original one. You have to remove the license plate and the frame, and then you just stick it on top with those 3M adhesive. All right. As you might know, Kuryakyn got their own input plugs for the lights. So on my bike, I already have the wiring harness from Kuryakyn here. The plugs are underneath. It's a 1 to 3 splitter. So you can put as much as 3 lights on your bike. And since I already got the rear one, the saddlebags, and the fork OMNI LEDs, I didn't have any inputs to put the rear fender lights. So they provided me with some splitter connector kit. They're made like a shape of a Y. So you put one input into one here, and it will give you 2 other input plugs for your installation. So be sure to order these or those if you plan on installing that kit. So as you can see here, the first step I did, I installed those Y splitter to get 1 free input on each side. Now that you have removed the rear fender, you need to clean it up completely with soap and water to make sure to remove all the debris from it. You also need to remove the license plate bracket that was attached here. One thing I always do before putting those 3M adhesive is to clean up the area where they will go with some rubbing alcohol. Alright, so everything is back and assembled. One note that I don't know if you can see, but underneath the bottom bolt that holds the license plate frame, I put some two-sided tape so it will not scratch the lens of the light. So for the last installation process, you need to fish those 2 wires upwards in those opening here. What I do is I use a big tie wrap like this, And what I find useful is if you loosen the 4 bolts, don't remove them completely, just loosen the 4 bolts that holds the tour pack on the frame. So it's a bit loose and you will have more space to pass the tie wrap in the back. Now that everything is back into place and that the wires are all plugged in, let's try it out. Perfect. Now let's see the flashers. Beautiful. All right, guys, all done. The bike is back and assembled. It looks really good. I'm very impressed with the final result. One thing I didn't show you is that I made a custom install of the license plate. I used the original bracket that comes on the fender. I had to drill 2 holes in the Kuryakyn fender to assemble it, but I didn't want to show it to you so you don't get confused. Just follow the instruction, just bolt the license plate on the Kuryakyn fender and you'll be good to go. So alright, so that's it for this episode. I hope you liked it. This is a good product. Don't forget to go to kuryakyn.com for those Omni products. And be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Cheers!